Okay. There were enough people there, though, that you got a chance to look at all the candidates. And there were candidates there with excellent credentials, I must say. If you wanted to hire somebody to be an employee and work at Valley Electric, these would have been excellent candidates. But there's a difference being an employee in a company and being on the board of directors. The board of directors is the policy-making, the decision-making body, and they provide direction for the manager of the corporation. Now, as most of you may or may not know, everybody who pays a bill at Valley Electric, purchases electricity, is actually a part owner. And so as a part owner, you can vote for who you want to see on the board of directors. So let's kind of take a quick look here at some of these candidates. There was one candidate here would be honored to represent District 1 members. Well, I don't know. I don't want to have him to feel honored. I want him to feel he's going to do something, and I'd like to know what he plans to do. But you know, when Valley Electric picks people to run, they want to tell you about their qualifications. And that's what they put in the candidates' night brochure, their biographies. To me, I don't think you should be interested in their biographies as much as you should be interested in what they plan to do when they sit on the board of directors. And right now, there's only one candidate that will tell you in writing that as your director in District 1, he'll work hard to bring the lowest cost for electricity for the quality services that you expect. And that's Andrew Alberti. That's me. Nobody else even thought of it in their writings. And because of that, if you want to have lower electric rates and find out if we're not getting lower electric rates, find the reason why, you want me to be sitting on that board of directors. And I'd appreciate your vote. Everybody else told you about how wonderful they are. And you would swear to God that if it wasn't for them, there isn't an electric utility in the United States that wouldn't be operating because of their super qualifications. That's not me, folks. But I am a troubleshooter, always have been all my life. I look for what's going on behind the scenes, I look for the way things operate, and I look for what you as a consumer want from us. And if you think you're getting 11 cents a kilowatt and that's a good deal, you should be thinking again. I'm in touch with other co-ops. That's how I do business. I look around to see, are we doing as good a job as other co-ops? Because the mission of Valley Electric originally was to bring electric power at reasonable cost to the consumers within their district. And that's what should be happening now. I can tell you this. There are other co-ops. Instead of paying 11 cents a kilowatt, their customers are paying 7 cents a kilowatt. And when they get to the point where they've used 1,000 kilowatts, the rate drops to around 5 cents a kilowatt. Now, the difference between 5 cents a kilowatt and 11 cents a kilowatt means that your electric bill gets cut in half. Look at your electric bill. That's what I want to do. And I've been in touch with 2 other co-ops. I know how they operate. And right now, what you're seeing is you're paying 11 cents a kilowatt. And in my opinion, the reason you're paying that much is because Valley Electric needs that money to grow into other industries. Power line repair, Valley Communications. There's several other subsidiaries that they're putting together. They cannot build those things without this extra money they're bringing in because of the 11 cents a kilowatt. For what they pay for power and what they charge you, that profit is being used to build other entities. Now, you won't be able to read that in their annual report, but that's kind of what I see is going on. And if you want Valley Electric to extend into all these other, to extend their tentacles out beyond their service area that they're originally chartered to do, then you want to keep that 11 cents a kilowatt. But if you want to get better rates, You got to have somebody in there who sits on this board that will talk about why are we spending this amount of money instead of having our customers keep more money in their pockets instead of expanding the way they're expanding. And I'm also informed that there are other people in different areas of these electric co-ops who do not look favorably on our CEO. And I can understand why. Our CEO and the board of directors, I don't put a lot of responsibility on the CEO here, Tom Husted. I put it on your current board of directors. When your board of directors starts telling owners they can't participate at Valley Electric and they can't be on the Valley Electric properties, there is something dramatically wrong with that. If you owned a business, which everybody who buys Valley Electric power owns part of that business, if you owned a business and your employee, your subservient individual told you you can't go on the property and it would be enforced by the sheriff, there's a problem here, folks. You need to have me sitting on that board and straighten this out, because all 6 board members have never responded to that issue to explain why they've got these. They have 6 people on trespass orders. If Valley Electric has an event off-site, they can't even go to an off-site. They actually sent me a letter and said to me that they were gracious enough to give me an hour and a half from 6 to 7:30 so I could attend the candidates' night. And how gracious of them to allow me to attend an event at a company I'm a part owner in. And then I sent back a letter to them and I said, look, the other candidates will be there prior to the start of the meeting and for a little while afterwards, and I think it's only fair to give me the same amount of time to be there. And so they did write back and grant me that. How nice of them.